pulls us in like gravity. This is a tribute to racing legends who dared to rewrite history. Speed limits didn't apply. Racing stripes, a design emblazoned with speed. The spirit of those pioneers lives on in the GT Neo 3, still in pursuit of greater performance. It's our time to jump into the cockpit, turn the ignition, and fire up the engine. Here's to the racing legends who push us to redefine limits. GT Neo 3, a Neo speed awakens.
The clock is ticking. The stakes are high. The heat is on. It's time to release the speed. Come on, feel the energy down to the core. An ultra-powerful chip conducting a symphony. Harnessing energy in perfect rhythm, reaching a crescendo of might, so that you stay cool. When things get tough, embrace this moment and the immortal power. Look at you, a Neo you. Revived in a snap. Realme GT Neo 3. Neo Speed awakens.
तारीखों का खेल मत खेलिए जज साहब। इंसाफ के इंतजार में ये गुड़िया बुढ़िया हो जाएगी और इसका कुछ
ओके 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 दिया उमर के
वाह सुपर फास्ट सर 150 वॉट इतना फास्ट
Realme GT Neo 3, world's first 150 watt charging flagship.
नेक्स्ट पुलिस को बुला लिया सामने से नादान मैं तो 5 मिनट में भाग जाऊंगा
सर सुपर फास्ट
150 वोल्ट इतना फास्ट
Realme GT Neo 3, world's first 150 watt charging flagship.
मैं बात कर रहा हूँ ना
अरे तू चल रे
Your brand here. Do you like it? You like it?
Okay, Google, what's the weather?
Realme Smart TV X, vivid vision, sound.
Some lives revolve around speed. Pedal to the metal is how we're starting. And the racetrack pulls us in like gravity. This is a tribute to racing legends who dared to rewrite history. Speed limits didn't apply. Racing stripes, a design emblazoned with speed. The spirit of those pioneers lives on in the GT Neo 3, still in pursuit of greater performance. It's our time to jump into the cockpit, turn the ignition, and fire up the engine. Here's to the racing legends who push us to redefine limits. GT Neo 3, a Neo speed awakens.
The clock is ticking. The stakes are high. The heat is on. It's time to release the speed. Come on, feel the energy down to the core. An ultra-powerful chip conducting a symphony. Harnessing energy in perfect rhythm, reaching a crescendo of might so that you stay cool. When things get tough, embrace this moment and the immortal power. Look at you, a Neo unit. Revived in a snap. Realme GT Neo 3. Neo Speed awakens.
तारीखों का खेल मत खेलिए जज साहब। इंसाफ के इंतजार में ये गुड़िया बुढ़िया हो जाएगी और इसका कुछ
ओके 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 दिया उम्र के
वाह सुपर फास्ट सर।
150 watt इतना fast. Realme GT Neo 3, world's first 150 watt charging flagship.
नेक्स्ट पुलिस को बुला लिया सामने से नादान मैं तो 5 मिनट में भाग जाऊंगा
सर सुपर फास्ट
150 वोल्ट कितना फास्ट
Realme GT Neo 3, world's first 150 watt charging flagship.
मैं बात कर रहा हूँ ना।
अरे तू चल वो
Your brand here. Do you like it? You like it?
Okay, Google. What's the weather? Realme Smart TV X. Vivid vision, stunning sound.
Welcome to the launch of Realme GT Neo 3. We are thrilled to welcome you to the most exciting and awaited launch of this year. We would like to thank our fans, media and partners who have joined us today. Thank you so much for your support. This day is full of amazing launches, exciting sessions and interactions. Now, without any further ado, let's call on stage the man himself who is driving innovation to the next level. Everyone, please welcome Madhav Seth, VP Realme.
On ground event after a span of 2 years. And nothing can be better than starting with the launch of our flagship Realme GT Neo 3 event. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be able to address you all in person. Again, all of you guys with me in this hall. Today, I'm pretty excited to reveal a lot of surprises which we have in store for you. The event is going to be really special for me for a lot of things, as we are going to make a lot of startling announcements. Today, we'll be announcing one of the latest smartphone and the newest smartphone, which all of you guys are well aware of it. But along with it, we'll be launching few AIoT products. And last but not the least, I'll be taking you through the latest developments happening within Realme. As we all know, there's a great potential in the interactive and the personalized smart devices. Our goal is to achieve that, basically to create a smart, connected and a trendy lifestyle for the users worldwide. Hence, we have upgraded our 1 plus 5 plus T strategy and make sure that we drive the connectivity and the potential of the Realme Tech Life ecosystem. Today, we'll be launching not only the phones, but any wild guess how many products we are going to launch? That's not enough. I think 5. Wild guess is 5 products. Yes. Today we'll be launching 5 products, including our AIoT. As I said, our AIoT ecosystem is extremely important. We'll be launching world's first 150 watt charging solution, GT Neo 3. And the Realme Pad Mini, and the Realme Smart TV, and the Realme Buds Q2S, and at the same time a special version for the Realme Buds S3. This is what I was looking for. I don't like that launch event which are more recorded. I like the launch event where I can interact with the fans. And thank you very much for coming over here. But today, before Sri and Shahada reveal the products in details, I would like to take everyone to some of the latest developments at Realme. As I said, I believe that tough and challenging time gives rise to winners, innovators, disruptors, and last but not the least, very strong partnerships which we had, like with Flipkart and our trade partners. Thank you very much once again with the Flipkart and the trade partners. Thank you very much. Last but not the least, my media friends and the fans. Without your support, we wouldn't have been standing over here. 2022, we started with a downfall for many, but Realme stood true to its spirit of dare to lead and became the number 3 smartphone brand with a 40% year-on-year growth. Nobody has achieved this growth this year, but we have achieved 40% growth year-on-year in Q1 itself. Realme is determined with the spirit of dare to lead. In the earlier half of April, we launched our first premium product, which was Realme GT2 Pro in India. This is the one-of-the-kind device and which had delivered a knockout milestone performance, believing the fastest and becoming the fastest selling Android premium flagship phone on the Flipkart. First premium phone, even again the first fast-selling phone and on the Android platform, which is one of the big achievements. This gives us the confidence. Not just in India, but the GT2 Pro has seen a roaring success worldwide. In the global markets, the sales of GT2 Pro flagship have soared more than 550% over the previous quarter, on the previous generation. Today we have more than 5 million users of the GT series already in the market. Thanks again for your support and the milestone, which has strengthened our confidence to deepen our presence in the premium market. This has given the confidence that basically premium smartphone is not only for 2 different brands, but a lot of brands can experiment. A brand who has an innovation, a brand who can bring disruptions. I think the premium segment is for this. And that's why I believe that basically the consumers are looking for more innovations and disruptions rather than just a brand logo. As designs being one of the fundamental pillars of Realme, we showcase our GT2 Pro for the first time at the Laounch Fashion Week and at the Born to Shine events concert tours. And the response was fabulous. Our innovative paper tag designs were very well appreciated. Not only in India, but while in Europe, the GT2 series has attracted countless fans to line up in the long queues to buy during the simultaneous flash store events across the 6 European countries. Brand started from India going to the Europe, and now it's among one of the most fastest growing brand even in Europe. Thank you very much for all the contributions what you guys have given to us. On reviewing every milestone of our Go Premium strategy, we found that the innovation was a factor of paramount importance. Hence, we continue to capitalize on two important pillars starting from day one, which was Realme, which was performance and design. But when it comes to design, Realme as the youngest player has turned the smartphone industry with the inspiring designs, and we have experimented with the product materials such as photochromic, paper tech, fluorescent and multiple other products which are distinctive as well as notable. We have also introduced many cross-defined designs such as master designs from Nato Fukasawa, one of the most famous industrial designers. At the same time, Realme Design Studio has been at the heart of all these breakthrough innovations. Grabbing this opportunity, I would like to proudly introduce all of you guys Realme Design Studio, from where all the phenomenal product and the visual design in the industry's first mobile design studio gather talented designers from Realme and welcoming potential new designers who resonate with our design philosophy, which is IDEA. Now people will ask me, what's IDEA? Yeah, IDEA is an advanced design philosophy which we at Realme follow, which is inceptive, which is diversified, which is enhanced and authentic. This concept builds the design principles of Realme Design Studio and empower product designs, which are the key fundamental pillar for Realme. To promote and strengthen the connections of our designers, we have set up two brick-and-mortar studios, one in India and one in Europe. This will help us to get more localized design concepts and inspirations through collaborations with the top design schools and also exploring more crossovers with the top local designers. Besides design, innovation, which is the second fundamental pillar for Realme. The other thing that makes Realme extremely stand apart from the industry is the technology innovation. In the past 3 years, we have tried to bring the industry's first innovation to the Indian market. This focus upon the diverse aspects such as fast charging, maybe gaming, as well as the cooling technology. Talking about the fast charging, Realme was the first brand to showcase the technology of 125 watts in 2020 and the fastest magnetic wireless dart charging MagDart in 2021. And today we are going to introduce the GT Neo 3 with the world's first 150 watt charging solution. As we are talking about the innovations, which is in battery, let's also talk about an exciting addition which we are going to make today to our tablet portfolio. As I said, Realme entered the tablet segment in 2021 and ended the year on a very, very positive note. Today we are the #1 selling brand in the tablet category, again on Flipkart. Thank you very much. Today we'll be introducing the second tablet, the Realme Pad Mini. We call it Mini Powerhouse because it has the largest battery capacity with the slimmest body. Among the many IoT categories, the Realme has also entered and conquered over the past few months. Smart TV is one of them. Happy to share that among the smartphones, our Realme Smart TV are also 100% manufactured in India. Right? A lot of people have this question, so hence I wanted to clarify today. Realme smartphones and smart TVs are 100% manufactured in India. In 2021, Realme Smart TV shipments grew by 72% year on year as counterpart research, and we are one of the most preferred smartphone smart TV brands. Continuing the trend to grow further in the segment. Today, we are introducing the latest smart TV from Realme, Realme Smart TV X Full HD, which will be powered by MediaTek's super fast processor and the latest Android platform. Let's also talk about the details further, but before I move to the prices, I think let me introduce you to this product. Please welcome Sri on the stage. Thank you very much.
Check. Hi everyone. It's actually really nice to see people's faces in 3D finally, rather than seeing everyone in computer screens. So this is a very special day, and what a beautiful day to have such a large launch event. We want to talk about a few products. What I will start with, of course, is our smartphone for today. We've always been the front runner in bringing powerful, high-performance smartphones to everyone, and this especially holds true for the GT Neo series. Now, of course, I often get asked, what is Neo? Why did you go with the name Neo? Now, we wanted to bring a new kind of speed with the GT Neo series and give our fans and our users a thrilling smartphone experience. Also, Keanu Reeves might have had a small part to play in it. Neo has represented speed for us. Take the GT Neo 2 for example. I mean, be it the Snapdragon 870 chipset, be it the 65 watt super dart charge, or the super smooth 120 Hz refresh rate display. The GT Neo 2 had unprecedented performance. Moving on. Let's move on to the next slide. Yeah. So, on interacting with Realme fans and users, of course, from all over the world, we always take feedback and we realize clearly there is a need for speed among our users. We want to define a new kind of speed with the GT Neo series to bring a transformative smartphone experience for all our users, a lot of you sitting here. The next generation of GT Neo amps up the versatility quotient, delivering whatever you need, whenever you need. Let's have a look for ourselves.
Some lives revolve around speed. Pedal to the metal is our starting line, and the racetrack pulls us in like gravity. This is a tribute to racing legends who dared to rewrite history. Speed limits didn't apply. Racing stripes, a design emblazoned with speed. The spirit of those pioneers lives on in the GT Neo 3, still in pursuit of greater performance. It's our time to jump into the cockpit, turn the ignition, and fire up the engine. Here's to the racing legends who push us to redefine limits. GT Neo 3, a Neo speed awakens.
Seems like you like it. With the GT Neo 3, this is a result of tireless efforts that, of course, we all invested into the product, and this is a big milestone for Realme. Now, of course, I can't wait to talk about the obvious thing, the design on the GT Neo 3. The GT Neo 3 brings together the excellence of design and meaningful innovations. And now, let's break down these two simple yet very significant focus areas of style and speed. Let's start with style first. This tribute to speed cannot be complete without the inspiration from motorsport. Of course, what these two stripes remind you of, I mean, it's you cannot miss it. And when it comes to cars, when it comes to racing cars, it seems like the best representation of style and speed that transcends time. The Realme GT Neo 3 seeks to commemorate the rivalry between automakers in the 1960s. I'm sure all of you are, or most of you are aware of it, of course, against each other at the Le Mans. The spirit of this competition lives on in the Le Mans racing stripes that adorn the back of the GT Neo 3. The Le Mans-inspired iconic racing stripes are a core design ethos directly inherited onto the back of the GT Neo 3. We achieved these spectacular racing stripes by applying 5 layers of nanofilms directly on top of each other, of course, to enhance especially that white color tone. Also, it'd be interesting for you to know that the GT Neo 3 is, especially the back area, is made out of a single piece of glass, of course, anti-glare glass, so you're not going to have a lot of trouble with fingerprints. Also, if you've tested out Realme devices, used Realme devices, you know how serious we are about our ergonomics. So the GT Neo 3 is incredibly thin at 8.2 millimeters and just 188 grams light. The device also comes in 3 vintage colors. So of course my favorite one, if you already don't know from what I'm wearing or what I'm pointing to the most, the nitro blue. Also, if you are someone who likes the monochromatic style more, then you have the sprint white, and if you are one of those who wants matte black everything, then there is the asphalt black. Let's talk about that display now. I'm sure the smartphone display is as important to you as it is to me. It is, of course, our entry into the digital world, our window into the digital world. So we decided to equip a GT Neo 3 with one of our most advanced 120 Hz reality displays. We brought the largest display size in Realme history, just like the GT2 Pro. We've increased the display size to 6.7 inches, paving the way for a better overall viewing experience. Also, thanks to the most advanced COP packaging process. So COP is how we bend the display from the bottom and give you that incredibly thin bottom and side bezels. Of course, the bottom bezel is where the COP helps. We've been able to hit very high screen to body ratios. It will almost feel like you're just holding a futuristic piece of glass in your hand. If you compare it to one of the most popular smartphones on the market, even thinner bottom bezel, allowing you to gain more from your display. This is yet another prime example of our innovation feat. And as I mentioned, that screen to body ratio, we have 94.2% screen to body ratio on the GT Neo 3. Also, when it comes to color accuracy, the reality display is calibrated against some of the best panels in the market. So this is our all new reality display combining the large 94.2% screen to body ratio, the display with full HD plus resolution, a JNCD, which is the color accuracy of 0.4 DC dimming. This is a display that, I mean, there's everything that you could ask or need from a display. The Realme GT series has a long-standing reputation of speed and performance as well. First, let's jump the most important one, of course, the one that we've been talking about, the one that you see here, the 150 watt ultra dart fast charging. For the last 4 years, For the last 4 years, we've been consistently invested in innovating and developing the fastest, most efficient charging experience possible. Now, as our fans and our friends know, most Realme smartphones come equipped with Dart or Super Dart charge. So we went from 18 watts up to 65 watt Super Dart. Well, it's time to take a new leap with our breakthrough innovation in fast charging technology, which I believe, of course, will set a new standard for not just us, but for the entire industry. The GT Neo 3 is the world's fastest 150 watt charging flagship. Well, it is a huge leap forward, as I said, for not just for us, but for the entire industry. And now you'll see how the industry standard levels up, hopefully. As you can see, the Realme GT Neo 3 has received 121 charging subscore in DxOMark testing. This is actually the highest charging subscore that any smartphone has achieved on DxOMark. Well, our vision with the 150 watt ultra dart charge is threefold. First, of course, fast charging. Second is less fast charging, so you need to ensure safety. And since we are giving you a charger that's 150 watt, why not make it compatible with as many devices as possible? So let's start with, of course, the fast charging. 150 watt ultra dart charge can fuel GT Neo 3 to 50% in just 5 minutes. Incredible. And once you use it, I don't think you can go back to any other phone. Now, you can have your phone quickly charged up while maybe making up a cup of tea or a cup of coffee for you in the morning. And battery anxiety can be a thing of the past. Now, let's go through a quick video to see how quick it is. Yeah. Fast commercial for our fast charging phone. Well, the 150 watt ultra dart charge is also up to 700% faster than our first dart charge. So you can see the leap. I mean, we don't realize sometimes when tech moves so quickly, but the leap is incredible. And now you can get a full, get charged for a day's worth in just 5 short minutes. Now, of course, we've talked about the speed, so let's talk about safety. Safety is paramount when it comes to building the 150 watt ultra dart charge. We want the charging to be fast, but also as safe at the same time. Now, keeping user safety in mind, we've included dual chipsets. So there are 2 dedicated charging chipsets in the GT Neo 3 to keep charging temperatures at an optimal level, and also intelligently optimize the battery lifespan with, of course, charge cycles. And many of you know what charge cycles are. Let's talk about that. We call this the Ultra Dart Dual Adaptive Chipset. It features multiple safety protection features that can easily tackle overcharging, over discharging, overheating, short circuit and other faults. and giving you multiple layers of protection for both the battery and of course eventually your smartphone, the GT Neo 3. What's more is that TUV Rhineland agrees with us, gives us a certification for the charging, which means that you can chuck all your worries about safety with charging on the GT Neo 3. Now, I talked about battery charge cycle. What is a charge cycle? The charge cycle is the cycle where your battery charges from 0 to 100 and 100 to 0. And generally in a battery, the battery lifespan is actually calculated in cycles. And for a standard battery, this is somewhere where the charge cycles stay. With the GT Neo 3, we don't only maintain this at 80% capacity at 800 cycles, but we are able to give you 1600 plus cycles and still maintain 80% plus battery capacity. And for you to go through 1600 cycles, I mean, you all know how long you're going to take. It's going to be years before you go through 1600 cycles. We can still use the smartphone for several years without having any anxiety, any battery anxiety. Yeah, moving on. The 150 watt ultra dart charge comes with a lot of charging standards as well. That was the third part, the compatibility. So there's power delivery, there's PPS, there's QC. So you can enable fast charging to other supported devices as well. We are very cordial like that. We want this charger to be the one charger to rule them all, so that you carry this charger in your bag and you can charge any device that you want, be it the laptop, be it your tablet, be it your smartphone, any other smartphone as well. It will be nice like that. All these smart features have been added to ensure that the Ultra Dart charge is not only lightning fast but also read rating again safe. Now let's watch a video to see Ultra Dart charge in action.
The clock is ticking. The stakes are high. The heat is on. It's time to release the speed. Come on, feel the energy down to the core. An ultra-powerful chip conducting a symphony. Harnessing energy in perfect rhythm, reaching a crescendo of might so that you stay cool. When things get tough, embrace this moment and the immortal power. Look at you, a Neo you. Revived in a snap. Realme GT Neo 3. Neo Speed awakens.
I mean, even I have to clap for that. Now let's talk about the engine. You heard the vroom. So let's talk about the engine of the GT Neo 3, the processor. The GT Neo 3 sports the latest flagship Dimensity 8100 chipset from MediaTek. The 5nm based processor brings huge breakthrough in performance and power efficiency as well. The chipset has 4 Cortex A78 cores clocked at 2.85 GHz, delivering breakneck speeds at unprecedented scale. I mean, it's ridiculous how fast it is. The Mali G6 GPU delivers faster graphic performance for your AAA titles as well. The 5nm Dimensity 8100 chipset also makes the GT Neo 3 outrageously fast and powerful. The GT Neo 3 offers a massive boost in performance in both multi-core and single-core performance, and also, of course, frame rate performance in games. Faster RAM and faster storage also make sure that this stays up. So the GT Neo 3 comes equipped with UFS 3.1 storage and LPDDR5 RAM to make sure that your performance is the best. This means that you can launch apps, play games within seconds without worrying about your device going down. And the 8100 will surely do that. As we just saw, the world's first 150 watt charging flagship GT Neo 3 is fast in every way, from charging speed to raw performance. Speaking of fast speed, we can't forget charging. Now, we had 65 watt super dart charge in the GT Neo 2 and a 5000 mAh battery. This time we are also not just bringing the 150 watt ultra dart charge architecture, but also an 80 watt super dart charge variant for you to choose, which means that your charging time is still, compared to the GT Neo 2, going to be increased much and going to give you a better charging speed overall. At the same time, we understand the value of long battery life, which is why we have included a 5000 mAh battery, and with the 80 watt supercharger, that combination is a flagship combination. Firstly, the peak charging power on the 80 watt has obviously increased and is about 20% higher compared to the 65 watt supercharged charge. Secondly, with super fast charge speed, phone can be charged from 0 to 50% in still just 12 minutes. Besides peak power and charge control, temperature control is also optimized well. And just like the 150 watt variant, the battery's charge cycles will still be maintained at 80% plus capacity after 1600 plus charge cycles. I mean, these numbers are incredible, and if they don't seem like that, I mean, it's because of how quickly the technology moves. To sum up, we have made 4 major upgrades for 80 watt supercharged charge, including peak power, charge speed, temperature control, and of course a lot of control on the battery capacity after charge cycles. However, we didn't just stop there. We've also improved the speed of the GT Neo 3 across 3 major areas. Higher and more consistent frame rates, that's one. There's faster and more effective heat dissipation, that's second, and also faster connectivity. So we'll start, of course, with the frame rate first. Today, most apps and games are developed with the goal of hitting a frame rate of 60 FPS or above. A good frame rate is, of course, important for your overall experience. This is especially true when you're playing games. Now, I'm glad to tell you that the GT Neo 3 is Realme's first smartphone ever to have a dedicated display processor, which boosts performance of supported mobile games, especially on the visuals. This means the GT Neo 3 can reduce unintended motion blur and judders while, of course, enhancing every in-game frame rates by 100 FPS. If we just include one frame in the middle, you're doubling the frame rate but not taxing the GPU enough, which is why the power efficiency increases. Now let's take an example of a popular MOBA game. Thanks to the display processor, the GT Neo 3 is able to maintain a consistent 90 FPS for full 60 minutes. And one thing, if you have tested the GT Neo 3, then you might realize is how consistent the performance is. We've also worked closely with some of our partners to let them fully utilize the power of our display processor, and we are working on a ton of games. So right now for League of Legends, you can enjoy consistent high frame rates, and we are working with more game developers to bring support across the board. Now talking about the second part, the heat dissipation. Our engineering team has made huge progress over the last 3 generations. The cooling system has always been an important part of not just the GT Neo 3 or the GT Neo 2, but the entire GT series, and this is the best way to ensure sustained performance, and that is our focus. Say hello to the stainless steel vapor cooling system Max with a total cooling area of 39,606 millimeters square. This is very large. I mean, the GT2 Pro already had 36,000 at one of the largest in the industry, and 39,000 just takes it to a crazy level. That's almost a 7% increase, as I mentioned, versus our previous solution. We've kept the size of the stainless steel vapor chamber that sits right on top of the chipset to 4,129 millimeters square to ensure efficiency of heat dissipation. To begin with, 9 cooling layers are strategically placed throughout the GT Neo 3 to ensure 100% coverage of heat sources. By doing that, the GT Neo 3 is able to reduce the core heat source area by 19 degrees Celsius, and of course that means better performance. In actual practice, the GT Neo 3, this is of course surface temperatures, can keep around 40 degrees Celsius while running a game at 120 FPS for over 60 minutes. To tell you the truth, we are really proud of this heat dissipation capability, and I believe this could be one of the best heating systems ever in a smartphone. Fast and stable connectivity, the third part, is crucial when it comes to a great mobile gaming experience. I'm sure a lot of you commuters have experienced similar issues when maybe traveling in a metro. GT Neo 3 comes equipped with dynamic base station switching, where it will scan for cell towers and get you the strongest signals in multiple directions. And of course, it will connect to them intelligently. This means you can get reliably strong mobile signals even when you're in a basement or places where signals are weak or maybe signals are just blocked for whatever reason. The Realme GT Neo 3 also comes with 12 wraparound antennas to cover all sides of the phone and supports mainstream bands in almost all directions, all with the same signal strength. With smart network enhancer, GT Neo 3 uses wireless burst technology for a more stable, consistent Wi-Fi connectivity, not to mention, of course,